of moto number 3. There's Thomas right there, Diesel Thomas, locked in.
That's a great shot. We see several different tire choices right there.
Flynn Watts with that sand tire. Keep your eyes on that 96.
Well, let's watch Diesel Thomas now. It looks like he got a good jump. They rifle themselves down in the first turn. Megawatt and Nathan Hummel, Nettleton, Jaden Wolf in there as well.
Way into the 10 Commandments. It looks like that's going to be the Diesel Thomas.
All right, there he is. Max Shane back in 8 now in the 10 Commandments here. Diesel Thomas to the outside. Max Shane, you better look out, guys, because here comes Diesel Thomas.
Max Shane just clicked off Diesel Thomas into that 3rd spot now. So Diesel Thomas and him are together, and they are headed to the front here in this one.
Early, got shuffled back a few. He's going to have to take a deep breath, start charging forward, because Thomas, look at that, around the outside, pulls up alongside Max Shane.
Megawatt, what do you see?
I see Flynn Watts on a mission right now. I see the guy putting in good laps. He's a target. Look at this battle we have right in front of our face.
There they are right now, down that sandy stretch alongside the road. Riders now jockeying for position. Max Shane, Diesel Thomas. Shane goes to the outside. Thomas, you got to pull the trigger there. Here they come. They make the crafty little right-hander as they head down the boulevard.
So Diesel Thomas, he has now gotten around Max Shane. It was like these two had a tow rope on each other for a second, just couldn't seem to break it. Now Diesel Thomas going to get the better end of that one. He finds himself in the 3rd place position.
Thomas bobbles.
The triangle strikes again.
That's how easy.
Not able to slow him down. Just milliseconds out there. Thomas collects himself because Max Shane, here he comes.
Wow.
Shane jumps all the way over down to the end.
Wow.
And Diesel Thomas better look out. It's going to be Watts, Nettleton, Thomas, Shane, Townsend, Dennis, Johnson, Thompson, Hummel, McGrath, Moorberg in the top 10, brought to you by our good guys at Yamaha.
When we said Flynn Watts was doing work, 154.8.
There's
Watts
your
is
leader.
down.
Unbelievable. Turned a 154 last time around. Opened up a bit of a gap. Catches a foot peg, I believe, Weech. Got hung up on that inside berm. Comes to a stop.
He's got his bike up and refired, but here he is. Diesel Thomas now coming around to capitalize on the miscue by Watts. Thomas says, hey, you want to mess around like that? I'm going to draw up on you. I'm going to get close. I'm going to make the pass.
I'm telling you what, this one's going to be exciting. It's Watts on the bike, Watson on the mic. Mega, did you see him going around that corner?
Oh, unbelievable. Hey, as we run on the track, it was Watts, Nettleton, Thomas, and it looks like Watts, Thomas, and Dennis for the overall as they run. But, again, passes being made right in front of us. Going to shake this thing up all the way to shaken, not stirred. Okay,
yes, sir.
Zach.
Hey, here he goes. He goes through that turn, Megawatt on a dime, and got a nickel change and gave it to Jason Wygant. So, here they are.
Watts doing a great job. He was on defense there. Diesel Thomas was showing him a wheel. He's regained the position and is chasing back after Nettleton. But be on the lookout. Max Shane, Grayson Townsend falling back once again. Seth Dennis starting to find his stride, break inside the top 5.
Looking for Diesel Thomas to say, bada boom, bada bing, I'm going around both you guys. They're playing a little cat and mouse right now. Offensive defense. Meanwhile, in the catbird seat is Diesel Thomas, and he's about to come up and make it a 3-way split.
Look at
Flynn
that.
Watts says, you want to dance, I like to lead. Here he goes to the inside, back into Storyland, brings it through that right-hander, puts the pedal to the metal, grabs the traction, and he's gone, Zach. Just that easy.
I don't know if it's enough right now. Here comes
Hang
Thomas.
on.
Nettleton jumps back up there. Watch Diesel Thomas. Diesel Thomas out there watching DCI. Left, right, offense, defense. I'm going to take the inside. The Mike Duclos high road. Pass.
Look at this. Diesel a BOGO.
2 for 1. He paid the toll to rock and roll, and there he is out front.
Flynn back on the attack, though. Had the lead for just a moment. Gives it up. Look at this as they enter the beach. It's going to be 1-on-1. Going to be Watts versus Thomas.
Thomas now looking good as he squares it up to the inside of the sand. Watts looks over there. He's on a 40. Watt bulb right now. I don't really think it's enough. Here comes Diesel Thomas.
Watt's out because he's on the way. The blue machine swapping left and right. Good move from Thomas, though, cutting him off, heading into that Thor stand sweeper.
Look at what's happening now.
And he takes over the lead.
Destiny is in his hands now. Moto lead. Moto went leader right now and in control of that championship, Diesel Thomas.
Diesel Thomas taking full advantage of the clean air out front.
Tell you what, Diesel Thomas, he's a savvy shopper. If it's not buy one, get one, I'm not interested. He's out front and trying to run away with what he got. Watts left to fight over second place. Nettleton, he was right in the mix. Now he's fighting off, getting caught up by Max Shane.
You better look out. Here they come. It's starting to heat up here.
Diesel Thomas, he's the man with a plan right now on the 54 Husqvarna leading the way. And that is also going to have him in the driver's seat of our championship.
Well, take a look at the top of that board. When you see that 154.070, that's his best lap. That's his fastest lap. That came on lap number 5. That's what we talked about Diesel Thomas. He gets up to speed. He starts chugging. That Duramax gets blowing black smoke and rolling coal. Look out. The lap times are going to drop.
Well, they definitely got him deleted right now. They've got him programmed. They've got all the air cooler on him. He is. There's no. It's all good. There's no depth going in there. There's nothing. It's straight diesel. He's on it, and he is showing you. He's being groomed, and he's got the ear. He's in his ear of Ben Riddle, and Ben Riddle's going to tell you this is what you need to do if you want this. You got to get out front and put it down.
The number 54 is doing exactly what we talk about, displaying all the tendencies, all the techniques, and exactly what it takes, Zach, to win championships.
Yeah, absolutely. This has been Thomas's week, without a doubt. He came into this with a lot of momentum, and he has executed on the biggest stage, worked his way into that top spot, and has set sail out at the front of the field with just under 10 minutes left to go.
Tell you who's trying not to go home in a heartbreak is Diesel Thomas. Dad's got that big power stroke loaded up over there. He said, get it done, son. I got that man's hat right there on the wall. And that hat right there could be the owner of a son that wins 2 titles here this year.
If that hat could talk. Oh, a little bobble there from Townsend. Has to drop the foot down.
Oh, if that hat could talk, boy, you just leave it right over there. That's a man's hat right there.
Diesel Thomas and Flynn Watts are tied, both 4 points going into this moto.
So the winner has
winner take all.
Yeah. So Thomas has got the game plan. I'm sure Ben Riddle, the whole camp over there is like, get out front, and that way let everybody else the chip fall where they fall.
There is the guy in control right now, though. Diesel Thomas. Getting ready to make his way by the finish line once again. Sees a 2-lap card. He knows the end's in sight.
Wow, they got to be ecstatic over there, but this is when things happen. These 2-lap board comes out, it just seems like something just, it's either going to be great or it's going to be whatever it is. Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
We don't want to, just watch.
One way
That's all
or
we can
another.
say, one way or the other. It can be silky smooth or it can be slippery as an eel.
Thomas right now running the wide lines, trying to avoid those big braking bumps, knows he's got to bring this thing home, and knows he's got a 12-second gap to play with as well. Race management, we've talked about it a lot throughout the week. Thomas, a perfect example of it right now.
3.4 the last time around for lap number 9 for Diesel Thomas, at 2:01 for Flynn Watts. So that's where a lot of that 12-second gap came from.
Diesel is running strong, late, long motos, long distance, no problem. Watts, however, looking like he's starting to slip, starting to know he's just outside of contention, knows that he's only about a lap and a half away from handing this thing away.
Well, one thing about it, Zach, a lot of these OEMs that have a more factory, you could say, rider running 250s, to me it looks like Flynn Watts is actually on a 450cc machine, as big as he is and as well as he's getting.
As Thomas, he's making his way through the sand sweeper for the final time. On screen, you see the Monster Energy sand wash. Wes Kane pumped up he can't contain himself here in this 450B limited moto.
Yeah, if Diesel Thomas wins this one, they are going to be dancing in the streets in Nebraska. The governor's going to declare it a Diesel Thomas holiday.
Diesel's going to be on sale statewide if he can bring it home here in the 450B limited.
Those F-250s be flying off the shelf. Give that man a free truck. Sign him up. Hey,
$2.99 a gallon.
Exactly.
Get in there.
299.9.
Hey, let's hope it gets down to about 150 here real soon. $1.50 a gallon.
Watts jumping it back down, though. Runs a 2-minute flat to a 1:59 from Thomas. Now, obviously, Thomas has opened that gap up by another second, so 13.7 between Thomas and Watts, but still 3/4 of a lap left to go, and it's almost home.
And Diesel Thomas, he did exactly what he had to do here in this one. Any doubts about Diesel Thomas should be stopped now. He made his way right up to the front. He's never looked back since, of 1:53, turning the fastest lap of the race when it mattered most, and just about half a lap to go for him.
You know, you talk to his mom and dad, and they're very, very great people. They check in. Hey, my kid's doing this, that. Well, right now, seeing is believing. The talk is over. Diesel Thomas not talking about it. He's being about it right now.
You hear me say it all the time. I'm not about the hype. I'm about the results. I'm about the ride.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm about the effort. Right now, we're seeing it.
Yeah.
And the Diesel has deleted all doubts.
Yeah. They are on mass delete right there. No def in that man's program, 1 iota.
Little look back over the shoulder. He buzzes the tower for the final time.
Oh, boy. He is going to be pumped. Is he going to high rev? If he's going to fist pump? Or is he going to do a double stand-up? Let's see. Thomas is coming in. He has got to be ecstatic right now.
A hop, a skip, and a jump into the Bermuda Triangle. One more corner.
A goon ride.
A little
Yeah,
goon.
I love it. Gooned it.
A goon ride. Your national champion in 450B Limited is going to be Diesel Thomas.
You're confident
Hey.
right
A
there.
goon ride with a
Absolutely.
double fist pump. The boys at Munn Racing are happy.
There's the rev.
Hey,
Exactly.
you know what I just remember? Them trying to get on. Never mind. We'll just leave it at that. Hey, Diesel Thomas, you didn't let me down. You made the phone call. Worth it. Good job, bud. Chip Munn, we didn't let you down, did I? There he is, your man.
Diesel Thomas on the 54, going to step away as the champion. Flynn Walsh checks in. He's going to get a silver medal for Moto 3 here. He's also going to check in as your second in the overall championship standings. Seth Dennis rounds out your top 3 on the championship. However, Max Shane going to be your third place here for Moto number 3. Dennis, Townsend, Johnson, Nettleton, Thompson, Wolf, and McGrath going to round out your top 10 here for Moto number 3 of the 450B Limited class. And we'll go ahead and throw things down to Jason Wygant whenever you're ready.
That's the definition of a clutch ride right there. I mean, it was right in front of both him and Watts. Diesel Thomas felt like he waited to around the halfway mark, and he dropped the hammer, and the big Diesel pulled away and earned it. Good to meet Flynn Watts. Has been awesome this week. Max Shane, great rides as well. We got to get the champion on up. How times have changed. Now these guys are under the tent doing vlogs and talking to film crews as soon as they pull off the track. Just like the real, Let's bring you up there, Diesel Thomas. What a story. He mentioned it on the podium when he won the title yesterday. So 2 titles for him, and he mentioned that he had broken both femurs. And I got some intel thanks to Rob Fox from Dunlop. That was in a huge crash at Freestone last year. So to come back from double broken femurs, I didn't even want to think about that. The perseverance of Diesel Thomas, who's been a front runner at Loretta's many, many times. But this is his year with 2 championships. So let's bring up the 54 and get the party started. Here it is. He had to win the moto. He does win the moto. There's the gold. There's the trophy. And we want to bring the AMA #1 plate to the stage. What a story of perseverance. There's the trophy. Mike, let's get the #1 plate. 2 championships this year. Let's hear it for Diesel Thomas. Wow. You told us a little bit about the redemption story yesterday, coming back from those injuries, and then this moto. We saw you sitting back there, and it looked like you dropped the hammer and made it happen.
Yes, sir. I mean, my start was all right. I knew I had to dig deep. I worked my way up to 4th around lap 2, and then I seen Flynn fall, and those 2 kids in front of me were right there battling, and I figured they're too focused on each other, and I went around both of them pretty quick, and it was smooth sailing from there.
Now we'll go back to the redemption story. Was a freestone last year that put you down pretty bad?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I actually still have the rods and both screws in my leg.
So what kind of work does it take to climb all the way back to the top?
There's a lot of problems that come with breaking your femurs, believe it or not, but I'm up to a challenge, and yeah, I conquered them, and here I am.
2 titles. Who do you want to thank for it, Diesel?
I'd like to thank the Lord Jesus Christ for keeping me safe, my mom, my dad, my sisters, all the guys over at MUN, Big Dan, Chip, MUN, Monster, Novasag, Twin Air, OGO, Race Tech, FMF, Tamer, Fox, all those guys, and everybody else. Thank you.
Let's hear it for the national champion, Diesel Thomas! We'll give you champagne in a moment, but I do want to talk to second and third.